Welcome again to this part third of e-learning session of cell cycle. In the earlier parts, we have discussed about cell cycle and one of the end phases that is mitosis. Now today we will discuss about another M phase, that is meiosis. Now, why meiosis is required? Because meiosis purpose is numerical reduction and recombination. Now, why I am emphasizing on these 2 points? Meiosis differs from mitosis in certain aspects. Like in mitosis, it was simple division of a cell into 2 daughter cells. The chromosome number was retained same as the mother was having, same the daughter cells were having the same chromosome number. In meiosis, out of one mother cell give rise to 4 cells, daughter cells with half chromosome number. Now we will discuss it afterwards that why half chromosome number. More important thing is that in mitosis there was no recombination between the maternal and paternal genes, whereas in meiosis recombination takes place. Recombination, that is the meeting of maternal and paternal chromosomes, which thereby produces variations. Variations then results into the huge biodiversity which is present in nature. So this is how meiosis is different from mitosis. Meiosis is no doubt is a lengthy process. It takes place at a fixed time. Now if I write these points about meiosis. Meiosis takes place at a fixed time and fixed place in a fixed structure. It is responsible for 2 main things: numerical reduction, that is the chromosome number reduced to half, and recombination between maternal and paternal chromosomes, thereby resulting into variations and biodiversity. Now in plants, meiosis takes place, we have discussed it in earlier lectures, that archisporium giving rise to sporogenous cell, sporogenous cell giving rise to spore mother cell, which then by meiosis makes spores. Now before starting with meiosis, I would like to discuss some very common things that will often we go through in this lecture. There are 2 simple alphabets that you know. One is N and another is X. Most of the get confused between these 2 things, and they even cannot differentiate between 2N and 2X. But there is a lot of difference between these 2 alphabets. N represents generation, whereas the X represents the ploidy level. Ploidy means the number of genomic sets. For example, we human beings are diploid. So I will write it as 2x. One set I have received from my father and another set I have received from my mother, and that's why I am a 2x. Similarly, if an individual is 3x, then the individual has received the genomic sets from 3 parents. If 4x, then 4. Now coming to generation. What generation is? Generation can be of 3 types in plants: gametophytic generation, sporophytic generation, and the third, which is present in plants specifically, is endospermic generation. Endosperm is a nutritive tissue that we have discussed in embryology. It is 3N in nature. So 3N is a symbol which is used to show endospermic generation. Gametophytic generation we represent it by N, and sporophytic generation we represent by 2N. Gametophytic, as the name indicates, which makes gametes, and which makes spores, are known as sporophytic generation. So what happens in lower plants? The alternation of generation takes place, like sporophyte plant, it divides by meiosis, makes gametes plus N. They again fertilize and makes 2N. Now this 2N again, it undergoes meiosis, makes gametophyte, gametes are produced, fertilization takes place. So for any successful sexual cycle, these two things, meiosis and fertilization, they occur in alternate fashion, one after another. Meiosis, then fertilization, then meiosis. If anyone is disturbed, either meiosis or fertilization, then what happens? Sterility results, and the gametes that are produced are not normal. So, as I told you earlier, that why numerical reduction is the main purpose of meiosis. As we discussed in mitosis, that if the individual was having 4 chromosomes, giving rise to 2 cells having 4 chromosomes, they again give rise to 2 cells, daughter cells having 4 chromosomes each. So the same chromosome constitution was maintained in every generation. But consider the case where 2 cells are going to fuse with each other, making a hybrid, making a zygote. If it is having 4, 8, then it is going to make cells, or if it is combining with some other cell, then the chromosome number will no doubt increase, if with 4, with 8, 16. So in every generation the chromosome numbers are going to increase. So nature has evolved a very unique phenomena known as meiosis, in which the sex cells are produced after a very unique, complicated method known as meiosis, in which the sex cells are produced after meiosis. Now, meiosis is very important as it restores the same chromosome number throughout generations. Throughout generations, it restores the same chromosome number. Otherwise, the number was going to increase in every next generation. Depending upon the stage of meiosis, meiosis can be of two types. First is zygotic or initial meiosis, and second is sporic or terminal meiosis. Now, the difference between these two: in zygotic, the meiosis takes place in zygote 2n, which after meiosis give rise to a plant. Having n constitution, this plant is going to make gametes, and again these gametes are going to fertilize and give rise to a zygote. So the meiosis which takes place in zygote is zygotic meiosis. Sporic or terminal meiosis takes place in the plant, which after meiosis makes gametes. And male, female, and then these two are going to fuse with each other and give rise to 2n plant again. Now, here you can see the difference. The level of this 2n can be any. For example, 2n may be equal to 4, it may be equal to 6, maybe 8, here also. And if it is made up of two sets, then 2x, 2x, 2x. So it can be any. It can be 4x also. So x is the ploidy level, n is the generation. The sporic or terminal meiosis takes place in higher plants, whereas zygotic is observed in lower plants. Now, meiosis, just before meiosis, our resting stage is there, as we all know, that is interphase. So, interphase, M phase, meiosis, and again interphase. Interphase is same as we studied it in mitosis. Here, duplication of genetic material takes place. The DNA, it replicates and becomes double in nature. Same phases G1, S and G2, and finally coming to our M phase. Now, meiosis, for meiosis, one minimum set is from father and other from mother. Now that is the most essential thing. Any diploid individual has got two identical sets of chromosomes. For example, in human beings, the 2n is 46. We are 2x. So from mother we get 23, and from father we get 20. Now they both together, they make a total number of 46 chromosomes. Now let's understand it in a very simple manner. These are 23 chromosomes, 1, 2, 3 and the 23rd chromosome, first and 23rd. Here also 1, 2, 3 and 23rd. So 1, it pairs with 1 prime, 23, it pairs with 23 prime. 4 pairs with 4 prime. 3 pairs with 3 prime. So let's understand this important term, homologous chromosomes. Homologous chromosomes. These are the chromosomes which pair during meiosis. So there are always a pair having 2 chromosomes, 1 pair, 2 prime, 3 prime, 4 prime. So they may set like this: 1 prime, 2 prime. So they make pairs and are known as homologous chromosomes. Rest of the chromosomes which do not pair are known as non-homologous chromosomes. In meiosis, pairing is the key event. One meiotic division is an assembly of 2 divisions, meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. Meiosis 1 is also known as reductional division and meiosis 2 is known as equational division. We will discuss it in detail in next session, but I would like to tell you in brief why reduction. Because the chromosome number it reduced to half in this phase. For example, if there were 4 chromosomes, then in this 2. Now this equational division is very similar to mitosis, or we can say it is a typical mitosis, whereas the meiosis 1 is a modified mitosis. The most important purpose of meiosis is recombination, which takes place in this first phase. The chromosome number is also being reduced to half. So all the major activities are being done in this first phase. The chromosome numbers, the DNA content is first doubled and then it is reduced to half in the 4 gametes. Because of this, the first phase of meiosis is the longest one. There are 3 spindles overall in meiosis, 1 in first division and 2 spindle formation in the second division. Now friends, in this e-learning session we saw some very basic aspects of meiosis. In the next e-learning session we will see different stages of meiosis. Thank you.